All right, man. And we are live. We are live. We are live. We are live. You guys, welcome back to another episode of the Winners Diet Pod, man. I am your host, Max Solomon, aka Project Mac. We appreciate you guys always for tuning in and tapping in. Yes, indeed, man. We're coming live on this lovely Saturday afternoon. So yeah, man, we here. We here. I hope everybody's good. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. It's been a very, eventful day for me, just working and just trying to get things done, trying to prepare for this show. So yeah, it's been pretty eventful. I can't lie. But we here, man. It doesn't matter how I feel. The work still needs to get done. And a lot of this, what I'm saying right now, is going to tie into today's show, as you guys can see. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a very eventful show today. Hopefully, we can inspire you guys. Hopefully, we can, just motivate you guys to see things in a different perspective. Maybe your way of thinking. Um, you're looking for a different way, a different perspective, and hopefully, I can give you guys just that. So, without further ado, man, you know how we do it. We got to introduce today's topic, but before that, we got to make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and please comment down below anything you guys want to see next. Um, any feedback or topics of discussion is, of course, always encouraged. You guys, give me 1 second while I get my chapstick. Hold on. All right, man, we back, we back. Oh yeah, just like I said, man, any type of feedback is always encouraged. So please give us any type of topics, discussions you guys might wanna have me touch on, and we can do just that. So, but without further ado, man, we will get into today's segments, the Fit Report, reporting on different fitness news, what's going on in the health and fitness world, as well as our other segment, What the Fitness, which is we are reacting to different topics, different viral videos that's out there right now. Hopefully, we can give you guys some teachable moments in that. And then, of course, the main event. Today, we are talking about how small habits lead to big wins. This is very important, especially for you guys in your fitness industry. So make sure you guys stay tuned for the main event, man. So without further ado, man, let's get straight to it. But again, I gotta ask you guys, I gotta please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Okay. Before we get into it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. All right, man. Let's go straight into the first topic of discussion for the Fit Report. What do we have here? All right, so here we have. So it's this article in the New York Post. It says pairing cigarettes with this other habit ups your chances of oral cancer by 624% in the next 5 years. Okay, let's check this out. So this article says smoking leaves more than just a bad taste in your mouth. It could be fueling your oral cancer risk. Studies have consistently reported that cigarette users are 5 to 10 times more likely to develop oral cancer than non-smokers. A new study out of UC San Diego suggests that a chronic weed habit carries a higher risk of oral cancer as well. Researchers determined that people who often smoke marijuana are 3.25 times more likely to contract the disease within 5 years compared to those without cannabis use disorder. Cannabis smoke contains many of the same carcinogenic compounds found in tobacco smoke, which have known damaging effects on the epithelial tissue that lines the mouth, said Rafael Cuyumo. I can't read today, an associate professor in the Department of Anesthesiology of UC San Diego School of Medicine and member of UC San Diego Moores Cancer Center. These findings add to a growing body of evidence suggesting that chronic or problematic cannabis use may contribute to cancer in tissues exposed to combustion products. Wow. Okay. So there you have it, man. Now they're saying weed smoke can also contribute to cancer along with cigarettes. So this is um this is very interesting news because I know just growing up that was always the case for people that smoked. That's what they always said, right? The older generation, a lot of them had this negative stigma towards weed and things like that. And I've done weed before, right? Um, but that's always been the biggest stigma with a lot of the older generation is marijuana and how bad it is for you and things like that. But there really hasn't been any studies as to, at least not when I was growing up or even before that, that marijuana caused cancer. In fact, if you are at least even the little bit, the least bit educated with weed, you know that marijuana is used to treat cancer. So my theory is this: I think it is the new strain. I think it's the new strains of marijuana that's being produced in these laboratories because a lot of these a lot of the new marijuana is not natural. There's a lot of chemicals in it. There's a lot of things they're putting in there. Before, the weed used to be natural. You used to be able to grow the thing. You hit your weed man, he come through. Give you what you need, and then you be on your way. But now, man, you can get it from. There's a dispensary on every corner now. Now that's the government can get their hands on it, and it's taxable. Now it's damn near legal in damn near every state. And but I do think that now with the emergence of it, they've definitely put a lot of chemicals, a lot of added, ingredients into this. So now it's not the same natural strain that you are used to having. So I do definitely think now in this day and age in 2025 that weed can probably cause cancer due to the fact that it's not the same weed that it once was years ago before it got legalized. Before it got legalized, you weren't hearing about this shit. Like weed caused cancer. No, the fuck it didn't. Like, let's be honest. But now in 2025, when everybody got their hand in the pot and everyone can benefit off, the money from it. Now I do believe there are more things that are in play. There are more people that have hands in this thing, and the way it's made is not the same anymore. So when that happens, then of course, yeah, you're opening yourself up to other side effects that could potentially harm you. So this is something that I probably saw coming. I saw this coming not too far long ago. This was always going to come just because I understood that the weed today ain't the weed that it was in yesteryears. It's just not. You know, I have more people that I know that used to smoke heavily back in the day. They're quitting weed now, mainly because they're saying, "Man, this shit is causing me depression. I don't know what the fuck. It's just weird. It's different." Actually see less people smoking weed now. I see more people smoking vapes. I see more people smoking, cigarette pens. But yeah, I mean, I'm not saying people are not smoking weed anymore, but I will say that from when I was growing up, weed has definitely decreased as far as from what I've seen people using. It's not the same anymore. I think people are using more the harder shit now. I think just the way the economy is, man, you need some stronger shit. Like weed ain't gonna cut it, man. You gonna need some cocaine at this point. But that's a whole different story. But yeah, man, I do believe this new era of weed that we're in can definitely cause some strange and uh harmful, destructive side effects. So just be careful out there, you guys. All right, man. Let's go to the next one here. Make sure you guys hit that like button, please. All right. So we have this article here. It says that study says energy drinks, sodas, and sweet beverages increase hair loss and anxiety in men. And I wish I had the other caption for this, but okay. So Oh man, damn! I wish I had the info on this. Okay, so let's just report on this real quick. I know I fucked up. My bad, guys. But anyway, um, energy drinks, sodas, and sweet beverages cause increases hair loss and anxiety in men. I will say that I've tried various different energy drinks. Um, and I don't really use them too much anymore. Only because the anxiety that I got from certain energy drinks, bro, mainly like C4, what's the other one? Celsius. Those ones really fuck me up, man. Like I can't even drink a whole can of those things, mainly because of how strong it is. Now, I can't say the same thing for soda. I can't say the same thing for soda. But I definitely know soda isn't really that much great for you. It's not much better for you than energy drinks. Um, and then sweet juices, of course, high in sugar. But energy drinks, man, there's something in that energy drink that is making people just like go haywire, man. And this is multiple people that have said this. Like my anxiety is through the roof. I can't drink energy drinks. There's certain energy drinks that I can drink a whole can of and be fine. Like a Ghost, shout out to Ghost. Um, like Bang, those are cool. But man, C4, I had C4 Celsius, those two, no boy, no man. I'm good. I'm good off that. And as far as soda goes, why are y'all still drinking soda? Who the fuck is drinking soda still in 2025? I remember when I was a kid, man, it was me and my cousin. We were driving somewhere. I forgot where we were driving, but we were driving and the car we were driving had like some issues. So we popped the hood and we saw there was rust all over our car battery. And this moment is when I stopped drinking soda. What happened was once we popped the hood and we saw all the rust on the car battery, my cousin went into the liquor store. He bought a can of Pepsi. Mind you, I'm probably in like seventh grade at this point, seventh, eighth grade, maybe, right? So he goes into the liquor store, he buys a can of Pepsi. He opens the can of Pepsi and he pours the Pepsi on the rust on the battery. Guess what? The rust dissolved on the battery. And from that moment forward, I did not drink or touch soda again. That was it for me. So I don't know what else you guys need to see to I don't know how many cases of diabetes. I don't know how many cases of high blood pressure that you guys need to see. Why are you still drinking soda in 2025? Why? Why? How many fat people do you need to see before you need to stop drinking soda? Like it is 2025, bro. You should not be drinking soda anymore. I'm pretty sure you should be well aware of the negative effects soda can have on you, that it can have on your health. Why are you still drinking soda? I haven't drank soda in over a decade. Simply from that story. Once I saw rust on our car battery, I was done. I'm like, I'm good. Why would I want that in my body? But y'all still drinking soda in 2025 is crazy to me, bro. It's crazy to me. It's insane. So, as far as this article goes, as far as this, increasing hair loss, I don't know too much about the hair loss part, but I definitely can say this about anxiety, especially when it comes to energy drinks, C4 and Celsius, to be exact. But as far as hair loss, I mean, I don't know. I think if you're gonna lose your hair, you're gonna lose your hair anyway. I don't know how, soda or a Red Bull is gonna help speed up that process. Maybe there's something I don't know. I don't know, but I just think that if you're gonna go bald, you're gonna go bald either way. So it doesn't really. I don't think that a soda or a juice can speed that up. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Anyway, man, let's move on to the last one here. This is the last one. What do we have here? Let me. You know what? Let me go ahead and actually pull this one up from my personal IG because I want to actually read the. I want to read the caption on this one. I actually messed up, so let me go ahead and read the caption on this one. You guys give me 1 second while I pull this article up. Make sure you guys like that video in the meantime. You dig? But let's go ahead and pull this article up so we can read the caption. All right, so this one says, where we at with it? All right, here we go. All right, let's do this and let's pull this up. All right, here we go. All right, so this article says a study of 128,119 people proves that gyms outperform pharmacies for depression. A large-scale study involving 128,119 participants revealed that regular exercise at the gym is more effective in treating depression than pharmaceutical interventions alone. The research demonstrated that physical activity, particularly resistance training and cardiovascular workouts, significantly reduce symptoms of mild to moderate depression, often outperforming antidepressant medication in both short and long-term outcomes. Exercise boosts the release of endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin, neurotransmitters that play a critical role in mood regulation. Unlike medications, physical activity also improves sleep, increases energy levels, enhances cognitive function, and fosters a sense of purpose and routine. Participants who committed to 30 to 45 minutes of gym-based activity at least 3 times a week reported the greatest mental health improvements, regardless of age or gender. This evidence underscores the role of lifestyle interventions as a first-line treatment for depression, especially in cases where medication alone may not be sufficient or desirable. Wow. Okay. Well, what have I been saying, man? What have I been saying for the longest time? What have I been saying for the longest time about you being depressed, you being on antidepressant medication, you guys being on anxiety pills? You don't need that shit, man. Because here's the thing. When you ask anybody right now that is on antidepressants or anxiety medication, ask them, how many times did you work out this week? Ask them, what does your diet look like? 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be the answer that you want to hear. I guarantee you. The easy thing to do is go and get a prescription refill. The easy thing to do is go and get diagnosed for so you can get antidepressant medication. The hard thing to do is actually get your butt up and go to the gym and work out, do some strength training, do some cardio, right? Eat real food, right? Go to bed at a decent hour. Stop being on your phone all day, doom scrolling, not putting out any content, not creating anything, just consuming. Like, the thing is that most people just like excuses, man. They just want an easy way out. Antidepressants are the easy way out. Blaming your obesity, blaming you being out of shape on depression is the reason why you're going to stay depressed. And I'm not saying that, depression ain't real. Yes, you can definitely be in a depressive mood. But at the same time, if you're not doing anything to not be depressed anymore, then that's on you. If you think that antidepressants are going to help you out, you're an idiot. If you really think that them giving you antidepressant medication, thinking they're going to make you better, you're a damn fool. That is a low, like, you guys have to understand the role of big pharmacy companies. The role isn't to keep you, the role is not to get you better. The role is to keep you sick so you can keep coming back. Yes, blame depression so that you can continue to be fat and keep coming back to us so we can keep getting your money. We're just going to keep pumping you with these antidepressant pills, making you feel like a zombie, making you feel numb to emotions. That's the play. And we keep falling for it. We keep thinking that this is the key to get us healthy. Oh, I'm depressed. I'm just going to go on antidepressant medication. Nah, bro, why don't you just go to the gym? I know that may not be the most sexiest thing to say at that moment, but I guarantee you'll feel better. I guarantee you, if you continue to do the opposite of what you're doing right now, which is self-destructive behaviors. You know what's funny to me? People will sit there and say they're depressed, but then you look at their lifestyle. They smoke weed all the time. They excessively drink alcohol. They're on social media 24/7. They don't work out. They eat processed junk food. No, it's no damn, like, of course you're depressed. There's no way you can't be depressed if this is your lifestyle. So like, to me, man, the reason people just don't want to put the work in, man. People just don't want to put the work in. It's very difficult to get up and do things you don't want to do every single day. I do it all the time, bro. I don't feel like doing a lot of stuff. I don't feel like doing a lot of stuff, but I do it anyway. Not because I want to, because I have to. I need to. Because I know it's going to make me better down the line. You know what I mean? Like, everything isn't going to be sexy. Everything isn't going to be in your benefit. There's going to be times when you're going to be uncomfortable in doing certain things. So what, man? But I guarantee you it's going to make you better. Like, you can't blame depression and how much your life sucks when you have self-destructive habits. Look at your habits. Like, it's insane, bro. It's insane. Of course, exercise is going to trump medication. Like, come on, it's the natural remedy of nature. Antidepressants are not natural. It is man-made in a laboratory. Antidepressants are not natural. It is man-made in the laboratory. Exercise is a natural remedy from nature. The hormones that you release during exercise is natural remedies from nature. That will always, always, always outperform medication. But people are just cool with just taking the easy way out. And that's cool. If you want to do that, that's cool. No one's gonna shame you about it. But hey, if you're watching this, then you understand that, hey, this is the real way. This is the right way to go about doing it. Because whatever you're running from, you're not gonna go far. Like, at some point, you're going to have to address what you're running from. You can't run from your problems forever. At some point, you're gonna have to face whatever you're running from. All you guys are doing is just kicking the can down the road. All these people that just take antidepressants and medication and this and that, thinking it's gonna help them. All you're doing is kicking the can down the road. All you're doing is delaying time. You're buying more time. But at some point, you're going to have to face whatever it is that you're running from. And I will say this, the longer you put that off, the longer you put it off, the worse it's going to get. Why? Because it's going to be a lot harder to get back on the right track when you've been kicking down the can for so long. At some point, you're going to have to make up time from years ago. So you might as well just face whatever you got to face now. But it is what it is, man. There's some people that are going to get the message. There's some people that are not going to get the message. It's okay. It's fine. But as long as they know, man, there is another option, a better option out there. That's all they need to know for real. Anyway, man, let's get into the next segment. What the fitness? Let's get to it. What do we have here? Okay, so I know a lot of you guys are in relationships right now. And as you guys know how I feel about men getting fat in relationships. There's no excuse. There's literally no excuse for you to get fat in relationships. You being comfortable is a sign that you've let your guard down, and you can't do that in life, because at some point life is going to kick your ass, and you always need to be prepared. So in this video here, we have a woman who is booed up with her man, and basically she sees that he's getting attractive or he's still fit, and this is her way of, as they say, mate guarding. Let's check this out. Let me refresh the video. Yep. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, this is why it's important for you guys to always stay on top of your game, because at some point this will become a reality. At some point your girl will try to make you fat, and if you are in great shape, that is her way of mate guarding you. That is her way of keeping you unattractive to other women. So what she's gonna do is she's gonna try to, make you fatter. She's gonna give you the desserts. She's gonna make you stay in and eat cheesecake. She's just gonna try and fatten you up so that you get off your routine and you only be attractive to her, right? She doesn't want other women to find you attractive. And this is a strategy that a lot of women use. It's happened to me. But just be prepared for this, man, because it will come in your relationship, especially if you guys are, or if you are a guy that works out heavily and stays in shape. She will try to pull this move on you, because a lot of times, if you're not dealing with a girl that's heavy in the gym, this is what you can expect. So just be prepared for that. All right. Stand your ground, man. Stand your ground. These women are tricky. They will try to do this sneaky shit, man. Women are very sneaky. They'll be like, oh, come try this. Oh, eat this. Oh, eat that. And they know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. They're trying to fatten you up. All right. They're trying to fatten you up so that you get off your routine, so that you get comfortable, and you don't want to go out and chase women, or women don't want to chase, or women don't want to chase you. So it's a mating strategy that they use, man. So just be aware of this. This is a very common thing that a lot of guys kind of overlook. You think your girl's just being nice and giving you treats, sweet treats. Nah, man, she's trying to fatten you up so that you don't go out here and chasing these hoes, man. She don't want you chasing these women out here, man. She wants you in the house, fed, cuddled up, with a pop belly, big back, man titties. That's what she wants when she's with you. She wants to make sure you are out the game completely. So she will try and fatten your ass up. Beware of this. Do not give in. Please, fellas, do not give in to this. This is debauchery. This is treacherous work. You do not want to be a part of this. Just say no. All right. Let's go on to the next one, man. What do we got here? Okay, we got this guy here. We have a man here who wants a discount with his McDonald's meal. Let's see what the hell he was talking about here. This is ridiculous, man. This is crazy.
Yesterday, that I called up Big Mac and did the code, was able to get the survey, and it was saying I had to come back today to use my fucking tickets, give you the same day.
Okay, but where's the receipt for the Big Mac?
Right here, it says Big Mac. Right. No, I bought a Big Mac yesterday. Okay, got a free Big Mac once I done the survey. That's what it was told to me.
Okay, I don't know who told you that, but that's
if you read it, you will see it. You shaking your fucking 50 ass head instead of looking at the damn receipt. It says buy one, get one free.
Yes, and the buy one get one free done today, not yesterday. It's today.
I bought it yesterday and done the survey yesterday.
Sir,
and I'm bringing the receipt in today.
It says buy one get one free. Well, buy one get one any sandwich. So that means that you have to buy a Big Mac today and you get the other sandwich today.
I did the survey that day and bought the Big Mac that day. I'm just bringing it back today. I'm not acting like that.
Okay, but who charged you right here? That's my question.
I don't know.
Okay, so that's not how that works.
This is not
how that works.
This is store, right?
Okay. All right, that's enough of that, man. Fellas. Why do y'all think I tell you guys to avoid places like this? You need to avoid eating at places like this, man. That's for good reason. Do you think that places like Chipotle, I don't want to say Chipotle, I put that in there as well. Do you think places like Sweet Green, Tender Green, Tokaya, or any upscale food place has coupons? Like, come on, man. This is crazy. This dude is in here acting a damn fool because he wants a free McDonald's meal. Like, look at the aggression that this dude is displaying because he wants a free meal.
That's not how that works.
Yes, it is not where
like, just being hostile for no reason.
So you never give me my
not until you
like, bruh, you don't need no carbs. You don't need no fries. You don't need any chicken nuggets. You don't need any sodas. Like, you don't need to be in there, bro. Like, the fact that you're in there, you're arguing, you're overweight, you're goddamn obese at this point. You know, pot belly, man titties, double chin. You don't need to be in there. And this is why I say, man, you have to really watch where you eat at, man. Because there's certain restaurants that just carry a certain energy, and there's a certain people that go into these restaurants that have a certain energy that you don't want to be around. You don't want to be around these people, man. It's just a bad spirit. I always say food changes your mood, man. Food changes your energy. Food changes your spirit. This is why you cannot be putting junk food in your body, because you'll end up like this guy. Guarantee you probably doesn't have a lot of money. You know, I'm not shaming nobody, but I'm just saying, like, when people are hostile like that, they usually don't have a lot going on. I'll just say that. He don't really have much going on. But the food is the most important thing in this situation. So he has to be hostile to the worker. He has to be hostile to everybody around him. He's just making a damn fool of himself. And it's just not a good look. It's not a good look, man. It's not a good look at all. So you have to really watch the places you go to. Another important part of the winner's diet philosophy, man, the people you're around. You have to really make sure you watch where you go, because there's certain people that you don't need to be around because they carry demonic energy like this, mainly because of the food they put in their body. The food is fake, by the way. McDonald's food is not real. Fast food is not real food. It's fake food. It's processed food. You know, So what do you think that's going to do to your overall spirit? What do you think that's going to do overall to your mental health? That's not the food that naturally you're supposed to be putting in your body. And by the looks of him, this is something that is part of his daily diet. I don't think any fruits and vegetables are in his daily diet. So, I mean, this is one of those things, man, where you really have to watch where you go, man, because people like that are professional crash outs, and you don't want to be around when that happens. So, 1 second, guys. Anyway, man, let's move on to the next article or next video, rather. What do we have here? All right, so we have. Oh, where we at with it, man? Where we at with it? All right, this dude right here talks about how the importance of a cheat day. All right, let's see what he has to say about it. 1 second.
Wait until people realize having days where you eat above your caloric maintenance is actually super good for speeding up your metabolism. So does this actually work? I'm going to tell you as a self-proclaimed weight loss expert. Short answer, yes, but probably not for you. Your body isn't some sort of locomotive train that you can trick into speeding up by feeding it more fuel. The idea of your metabolism slowing down when you diet is a real thing. It's called metabolic adaptation, but it is way overblown. And to prove it, we have this guy right here. His name is Angus Barbieri, and he has the record for the world's longest fast at 382 days. And over that time, he lost 275 pounds. If we were to see someone's metabolism to slow down drastically, he would be the prime candidate, right? Because he's literally not eating anything. But nope, he lost weight at pretty much the exact same rate up until he finished his fast. Okay, but who could benefit from a cheat day or a day of higher eating? I would say people who are getting extremely lean or have been in a deficit for a long time. The easiest way to tell if you're one of these people is by the side effects. Are you extremely exhausted all the time? Is moving a gigantic task? Are your workouts terrible? Are you taking naps throughout the day? These are all signs that your body is trying to preserve energy in any way possible, and you would probably benefit by eating more calories. Wait until people realize having days where you eat.
All right, so basically, now the only thing that I agree with in this video is that cheat days are necessary for when you guys hit a plateau. I wouldn't necessarily agree that cheat days are good to reset your metabolism. Well, to speed up your metabolism, rather. But I will say that cheat days are good if you've been in a calorie deficit for a long time and maybe you hit a plateau in your weight loss journey. I definitely will agree that having a cheat day will be more beneficial for you. Now, a cheat day does not mean a cheat meal, right? Let's be very clear here. A cheat day is not a cheat meal, because some of you motherfuckers take this shit way too far off the edge. Some of you guys, some of you motherfuckers go way off the edge with this, man. I need you guys to understand that a cheat day, a cheat meal does not mean a cheat day. That means one meal. That means one meal throughout the day. You should still be in, eating your normal routine, but you dedicating a whole day, you dedicating the whole day to big bag debauchery is not in the bingo cards. That is not what we're doing here. Okay? You get one meal, man. You get one meal, not a whole day. That doesn't mean breakfast, you cheat. That don't mean lunch and dinner, right? You get one meal, dog. Some of you guys overdo this shit, man. This is not what you think it is. Don't get too comfortable. So, but going back to this video, yes, if you guys, this is something that you definitely want to do, because plateaus do happen. Plateaus will happen in your fitness journey. And sometimes when you're in a calorie deficit for too long, it is normal to hit a plateau. So a great way to reverse that is definitely engaging in a meal that is a little bit higher in calories, just to reset and then you get back on your routine, and then boom, you'll start seeing your then you'll start seeing results again over time. But yes, this is something that can happen once in a while. Plateaus happen, so just expect that. But you can do different things like change up your workout frequency. You can do things like change up the intensity, but definitely having a cheat meal is definitely something that you should consider. But don't get comfortable though. Do not get comfortable with that. All right. All right, man. I think that is the last video. Make sure y'all hit the like button, man. Hit the subscribe button. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. We're about to hit the main event for today. So before we get into that, make sure you guys please hit that like button. We appreciate the support of any kind. But let's get into the main event for today, man. The main event, as you guys can see, we're talking about how small habits lead to big wins. And this is very critical, especially for you guys that are in your workout routine or workout health journey. It can get very repetitive doing the same thing over and over again. And I fall victim to this as well, right? Having a routine, doing the same thing over and over again, it gets boring, it gets dull. You definitely start to feel it over time where things are just, it's the same day. Everything is just the same, and it can get draining at times. This is very normal. But the main thing is that if you really want to see results, right? If you really want to see changes, those small habits, those boring, repetitive, routines is what's going to get you there. So this episode, we're just breaking this thing down on why you need to have small habits, right? The small habits are the habits that lead to the biggest returns. My coach used to always tell me, do the little things. The little things is what is going to make you seek success, right? Success on whatever it is that you're doing. The reason why a lot of people quit is because they try to do major changes too quickly, right? And then they burn out, and then they don't want to do it no more. And then boom, they're off their plan. They quit. It's over with. But what you really want to do is just do little small habits that is going to get you to where you want to go to, right? So let's just say you're on a workout plan right now, and the trainer that you're working with, right? Let's say you're working with me. The trainer has you working out at, let's just say after your workout, they say he wants you to do 5,000 steps, right? Or walk 5,000 steps throughout the whole day. A small habit would be doing a little bit extra, right? Every day. So that means if he wants you to do 5,000, then you might want to do 6,000 to 8,000. Just put in a little extra effort. If I say, hey, I want you to, do 20 minutes of cardio, you might want to do 25, 30 minutes of cardio. It's just little things that make a big deal down the line, so you have to challenge yourself to really put yourself in an uncomfortable position, right? That you can sustain, because these things are not always comfortable, right? Doing things that are outside of your comfort zone are not going to be comfortable. Just make sure you do them in a way where you can sustain it for a long period of time. It's going to suck, but at least pick the one that's going to suck that you can stick with, if that makes sense, right? So I saw this article, and I'm going to show you guys in a second, where it talks about how if you make your bed, you are 206% more likely to become a millionaire. Let me show you guys this article real quick. This was very interesting that I saw today. So this article says, study says if you make your bed every day, you are 206% more likely to become a millionaire. A behavioral economics study suggests that individuals who make their bed every morning are 206% more likely to become millionaires over their lifetime. While making your bed won't directly grow your bank account, The habit reflects key traits shared by high achievers: discipline, structure, and attention to detail. These micro habits set the tone for a productive day, improve mental clarity, and reinforce a mindset of order and accountability. According to researchers, daily bed makers are more likely to have strong goal setting behavior, better time management, and higher levels of self motivation, qualities close linked to long term financial success. Success starts with the small things. Your bed is one of them. Hey, man, I make my bed every morning, you know, and I just started doing that maybe 6 months ago. This was not something that I did, you know, I've been doing forever. I just started making my bed 6 months ago. And then I run into an article like this. And it makes sense, man. How you do one thing is how you do everything. It's very simple. How my coach used to talk about, like I said before, my coach used to always say, do the little things. Meaning, if we're running, run through the whole line. Don't stop halfway through. Like, run all the way into the end zone. You know, don't walk back during drills. Always be sprinting to the next drill. Don't cut yourself short. You know, always just finish the whole thing. So it's little things like that that train your mind not to shortcut yourself. And I've made sure that, yes, some days you slip up, but you have to have a majority of your days, you have to be on the same routine. You have to be doing the same thing over and over again. The little things. The little things lead to the bigger wins in the end. That's where you want to be at. So, um, challenge yourself, man. What is it right now that you can do that you can stick with? What is a small change that you can do? What is a small change that you can continue to do over time and then into a different routine? Because I'll tell you one thing, big changes are intimidating. You can't go from doing this to a major change and expect to stick with it. You're going to quit. And most people will. It's just how it goes. Right. So, what is a small habit with low resistance that you can do to build momentum? That's something that you want to ask yourself. Consistency beats everything over time. What can you do right now that is a small change that you can be consistent with? You know, habits compound like interest. It's just small investments. You know, you keep adding money, keep putting in money, and then boom, you have a big return over time, over years and on end. So, what is it that you can do right now that you can do to challenge yourself to lead to a big win over time? You know, so that's it for today, man. We appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in as always. We kind of ended a little early today, man. Interesting. We always kind of go over like the hour limit, but I guess today, hey, I guess today we're ending a little early. But hey, man, sometimes you got to keep things short and sweet. So we ain't tripping. Anyway, man, we'll be back next week. We appreciate you guys. Show us love on social media. Follow us on Winners Diet TV on all platforms. Project Mac on Instagram. Link is in bio for coaching applications. And we will see you guys next week. Peace.